Thank you for coming on this platform. Good morning. We are here discovering a new development to a threat to Nigeria media report. Of course, trying to get a message to the public on the development. But we are seeing this administration, putting some people who are trying to unveil, the abnormalities within the government to custody. Police is after their lives. They have been arrested and questioned, for being in the media industry, for practicing journalism anyway. What's your view on that? Can you give us a rundown on the latest news surrounding one of the media personnel that was just being kept behind bars now?
Thank you for having me. And I think it's a sad day in Nigeria for journalists and investigative journalists who are going in every way possible to bring, new information to the Nigerian people. Now they are being arrested under democracy. It is unbelievable that the core tenet of democracy, which is free speech, journalism, is now being arrested. It is now being caught. A young guy called Pidom, who since the last 1 year has been exposing the irregularities under this Tinubu administration, the malfeasance, has now been captured. This guy was captured. Meanwhile, the shameless police people are saying that there is nobody whose identity cannot be traced. Meanwhile, just 3 days ago, the emir of Katsina and governor was killed. Right? These people were killed. The governor's wife was killed. But the police are so shameless, gallivanting, that they have arrested an investigative journalist who is doing his job as a journalism to bring real information to the people. I think Tinubu is a tyrant. Because this is I don't know if are we in Idi Amin regime, or is this Robert Mugabe? And a lot of nonsense is going on in Nigeria today. Pidom, who has been able to bring to us how Tinubu, if not because of that Pidom, Tinubu will have thrown Nigeria into civil war with Niger Republic. Tinubu, under the instruction of the Western, imperialism, he wanted to go into war with the Niger Republic. But when this Pidom guy exposed him, immediately he reversed that stupid act. It was the same Pidom guy who was exposing how Tinubu was telling the police people to go and kill and arrest peaceful protesters. It was this same Pidom Nigeria who exposed Tinubu how he is taking money from the Nigerian company to be sponsoring his child on Lagos Calabar Road. Nigerian people must rise up and fight, because when the people who are saying the truth are being arrested and bandits, right, kidnappers on social media are now sharing urgent 2K for our Nigerian youth, where is Nigeria heading to? Ask yourself the question. I come as a man who is saying the truth. I am being jailed. However, a terrorist is on TikTok, is on Facebook, sharing urgent 2K to our girls, to our young boys, and the police have not been able to arrest them. And one useless guy called Muyiwa, calling himself the PPR of police, is saying that nobody is anonymous on social media. Why have you not arrested the bandits? Why have you not arrested the bandits? Nigeria cannot continue like this. And again, let me call out the National Union of Journalists. How would the National Union of Journalists, why should they be quiet? Why would they be quiet when your people who are doing everything possible, because in journalism, there are various levels of journalism, and there is nothing wrong in doing investigative journalism. Tinubu, in the recent time, has been exposed to buy all the NNPC filling stations through his nephew, Wale Tinubu. Tinubu now is the largest share owner of any oil well in Nigeria. They call it Ajib. He bought Ajib. In 1 year, Tinubu bought Ajib. Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum, right? He is the one refining fuel. When Dangote exposed him, they told Dangote, off your mic. They said, don't come. We'll give you oil. Now, Tinubu is the one buying all any NNPC oil where you see now. Tinubu is now on the verge, 99% buying it over. And that is why yesterday the article said that Tinubu has turned Nigeria to his family business. So we cannot be saying that we are in a democracy and we the Nigerian people we are watching our president who was selected, not elected by the way, who was put in there by the Western powers to bring us down to mud. What has that guy done? This is the reason why David Odeyin cannot sleep one day in Nigeria. David Odeyin, you can see him running helter skelter for his life because what is his offense? Because he was exposing Buhari's excesses. We saw how they incarcerated Sowore. They didn't allow him to see his wife for over 4 years because he was saying that Nigerians will need a revolution. And indeed, I think Nigeria needs a revolution because we cannot continue like this. Whether you are agitating for Biafra, whether you are agitating for Yoruba nation, the point is at this moment we are seeing Nigeria, and this Nigeria, we all must come together and fight these evil people because these people are devils, if not more stronger than evil. Because the point is, as I am talking now, I can get whisked away. It's as simple as that. Because I am simply expressing my discontent with the government. If anybody come out and say that the president is a terrible person, before you know it, boom, you have been thrown into Kirikiri prison. I mean, this is not democracy. Nigerians, we need to stand up and fight for our right. Yes, welcome, Mr. Christian.
Good morning.
Yeah, it seems journalists are no longer safe under this administration. And David Odeyin ally has been arrested and been asked to pay a sum of 500 million. The person of Pidom for exposing the excesses and the anomaly of this administration. Quickly, let's get your reaction.
We are not sure of all the reports, but it stands as we speak is an allegation. But let's get one thing right. If you bring down a journalist, more will rise. When David Hundeyin went on exile or asylum, we thought that was the end of everything. Now we saw this guy called Pidom. We call him 99% oppressed.
Yeah.
So no matter what is being done, Nigerians should not be, because it seems that Nigerians are heartbroken over what just happened. This guy has been arrested. They saw him as someone that is fighting for the people, someone that is interested in the welfare and welfare. This guy exposed a lot of things, and over the time he has been almost 100% correct on his exposure and directly exposing the ills of the government. Since on the 5th of August, he has not been posting. The last expose he did was about the Ooni of Ife. That's one of the deals he did. And I believe that may have warranted the searchlight on him to bring him down. His pictures, whatever, is not visible. So we don't know who exactly is this Pidom. But somebody exposed one of his pictures. I don't know, but he has not confirmed that this is the guy exactly. So if I see this Pidom now, I might not say this is the person. But let's focus on what is happening. The only time that Nigerians will get freedom is when they decide to die for what they are convinced. You need to have conviction first before you start fighting for anything. Whatever Pidom is, whether he's being kidnapped or whether he's being killed or whether he's being detained or whether he's in an underground cell as the Nigerian government does to journalists, especially in this administration, we know that if Pidom goes down, more will rise up. That's how it is in the world. There's no how. WikiLeaks, without WikiLeaks, after WikiLeaks, other people rose up. So whoever is holding Pidom, whoever has taken advantage of Pidom, that investigative journalist should know that this will not be the last of the types of him. Other people will rise up. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. They thought that was the end. Simon Ekpa rose up from somewhere. So the assurance I'm giving Nigerians, because Nigerians, I'm heartbroken. When I got wind of the news, I read the report from David Hundeyin for over 30 minutes. And I could not stand up. I could not eat. Because this is somebody that gives joy to the Nigerian people. These are the people that Nigerians associate with. No trust in the government. These are the people that Nigerians are willing to give themselves to. The way Igbos are giving themselves to Nnamdi Kanu, so are Nigerians giving themselves to this particular investigative journalist. Everybody is quiet. Now, what we need to do now is to call for his call out. This guy is nowhere to be found. Call for his release. Call for his release. This guy. Let's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If you have Instagram, please let's call for this guy's release, because we cannot stand and a government will march on the heads of Nigerians. If you allow this one go, that means we are doomed forever. If we allow this guy go, we are doomed forever.
The police PPRO has come out to gallivant that after all, nobody is anonymous on social media. That in 2 hours, whoever you think you are, you can be arrested. And Nigerians have actually, they bombarded him. That why have they not been able to capture the terrorists and bandits who are on social media sharing thousands of naira to the Nigerians? Now, quickly, what's the reaction to that?
Nigerians don't rate the police. Of course, it's the true thing. Nigerians don't rate the police. No, we are living in a system of government whereby those that are ruling us are living a different world reality from Nigerians themselves. We don't rate them. Whatever they say, we don't rate them. We don't rate. That's why none of them can have street credibility. None of them can come out and get support from Nigerians. You can trace them from anywhere. We have 20 doctors. See, all these people, they are hypocrites. Somebody said that one day a generation will arise that does not fear, that is without fear. One day they will arise, and these guys will know how the kind of hatred Nigerians have for them when that generation arises.
All right, thank you for that submission.